What's good? What's good? I'm back. Yours truly, the one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, much, much more. Today we're at to Gutfield, talking about Jussie Smollett scandal, how it just got a little bit juicier. Before that, though, let's give you a word from promopalace.biz.
Are you a musician looking for music marketing and promotion? Then look no further than Promo Palace LLC, your one-stop shop for all music promotion services. Services include Spotify playlist pitching, YouTube video promotion, record pool promotion, blog placements, radio airplay promotion, SoundCloud promotion, and much more. With over 2,000 customers and over 10 years of experience in online promotion, Promo Palace LLC is a company you can trust. For more info, please go to promopalace.biz. See you there.
That's right. You heard the beautiful lady. You need online marketing promotions. Check us out, promopalace.biz. And I couldn't have said it any better, even though I wrote that script. All right, here we go. Gutfield and the crew.
Oh, stop it. Okay. Two bros who are solid muscle are chatting about Jussie's hustle. They discuss their role in the false flag orchestrated so Jussie Smollett could brag. Bola and Ola Osundairo, the Nigerian Hans and Franz, are finally breaking their silence about their involvement in the infamous Jussie Smollett hoax, a hoax that was so convincing it fooled these brilliant minds.
Brilliant.
I don't like that it's being put out there in the media that this is a possible hate crime.
There are a lot of questions in this case, but I know Jussie Smollett is a really, really good guy. I just want justice to be served in this case.
Oh, you know that.
And the media has really cast so much doubt on his story, which I find so personally offensive.
He's given a detailed account, an account that Chicago police have said has been consistent. He hasn't changed his story. They also said it's credible. Police have said that, and also that he has been very cooperative.
They should all be fired. Up for the new exclusive show on Fox Nation. No, it's not a casino. The Nigerian brothers open up about that fateful night on Fox Nation when actor Jussie Smollett claimed he was the victim of a white supremacist, anti-gay, anti-black hate crime. He hired two black guys to carry out the hoax, proving he truly believes in equity. Smollett claimed the brothers were white supremacists who poured bleach on him and tied a noose around his neck, all while yelling he was in MAGA country. Why are we retelling this entire story? I don't know. Because, as we all know, Chicago is a hotbed of right-wing activism. Here's their head of the KKK. I kid. But like a wool thong in the washing machine, it quickly unraveled. As you know, Smollett orchestrated it all, even paying the brothers by check to be in on the whole thing. We're gonna tell the whole story. Hit it.
Flying back from Nigeria, we were expecting our other $500 check. I felt like I was just gonna get back to business. Head back, start doing auditions, continue working out, and living my great life.
I had a whole different feeling. I felt like the police was waiting for me. The customs agent was checking everyone's passport. Two big-ass police officers came up. I went with them. I was like, damn, it's over with. They got me.
So while they didn't give Smollett the racist beating he craved, they did show him the importance of something much more valuable, and that is acting lessons. The next time Smollett casts a hate crime, he should do a one-man show and just punch himself in the face. Lawrence, were you ever, just for even a moment, or were you like all of us that like didn't want to say anything because we knew it was fake, but we didn't want to be first?
Listen, we all have jobs, okay?
Yes.
All right, and we got to be easy on this. I mean, I could have said it, but you couldn't say it.
Yes.
You know? But look, there's two things right here. First of all, they're lying. The Chicago police knew it was a setup the entire time. They were just waiting for him to bury himself.
Right.
That's the first thing. But number two, he scripted this like a movie.
Yes.
That's why he doesn't have a job. I mean, it doesn't make sense at all. But I also think this is...
And let me chime in real quick. It's the worst script ever. It's the most unbelievable script ever when you just broke down all the details, man.
Tells you about wokeness and the racial grievance politics of things is that he uses as a negotiate. The plan was to use this as a negotiation to get more money and empire. It wasn't, look, let me get more people to follow me. It wasn't, let me find another movie to get star in where I can raise my star power. It was, let me put the country pitted against each other and let me be the victim, and then I'll get more money. I mean, that is just sick.
It is. I mean, it is mind-blowing, Joe, that he's out of.
It is. It really is. Like, it takes a very twisted mind to try to come up with this non-elaborate scheme, I guess you could say, because it didn't work. But it just like, I couldn't imagine just waking up one day and said, just let me find a way to just come up with some elaborate scheme, some hoax, just so I can get attention and get clicks and whatnot, or try to get more money out of empire, as they said.
Jail. I mean, he could have started a race war.
That's not how you get acting work. That's the trouble with acting, is that anybody can do it, Like, look, you cast me as a spy.
Yeah.
Here's me as a spy. I'm not a spy.
Excellent.
You need an angle, Greg. That's why I say I'm a victim of bullying. Like back in elementary school, sometimes even the girls would beat me up just because I tried to take their lunch money.
You are such an interesting individual. Kat, though, you would watch the hell out of this as a reality show. Why aren't they Why aren't they getting a reality TV show?
I did watch some of it. My favorite part was when he started denying that this is what happened. They're like, oh, we just started seeing this different side of him. Like, that's the side he showed you. They said they felt betrayed, but in order to be betrayed, I feel like you have to trust somebody, and maybe don't trust the guy that's approaching you to orchestrate a multi-layered hate crime hoax. Because if someone's like mean to everyone but you, you're not special. It's just not your turn yet.
To defend him, Sarah, you could say that this kind of hate crime hoax was incentivized by a climate that rewards people for doing it. He just saw the writing on the wall and said, you know what? The pursuit of happiness now includes hoaxes.
Yeah, okay, and back to Kamala, who was one of the first who was sympathetic and defending of the lies. When Jussie cried wolf, it was Kamala Harris.
That's true.
Who was out. They so wanted to believe that this was true, because yes, it was all about division.
But it also tells you what they think of the country.
Right.
That this could be possible. I mean, none of it made sense to begin with. All of us were sitting there just waiting for the moment to implode, but no one could say anything.
You know what? And that's why you got to give credit to the Chicago reporters, the local reporters who were getting the abuse from everybody for dogged reporting. And they were right all along. And they had to stick to it, even though nobody else would. That was amazing.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey.
Yeah. Because I remember the details around some of the details. Like, he said it was two white guys waiting in bushes. I think it was 20 degrees below. He walked to go get a Subway sandwich. Why he couldn't take a cab or Uber, or why he didn't have his own ride, I don't know. That doesn't really make sense. Like, I can only imagine that if somebody's waiting, hiding behind bushes in below 20-degree weather for somebody to walk by, and it probably might not be nobody ever walked by, and they'll probably be waiting for hours and hours, because who the hell wants to be walking around in 20-degree below weather? Then they bleached him. They said he put a noose around his neck. And the whole thing is all this happened, and his whole sandwich was still intact. Not a crack in the sandwich. Not a crack in the sandwich. This is the worst script ever. And like they said, like old boy was saying, this could have started a race war. It could have perpetuated a race war in Chicago, at least, and not even just Chicago, because I interviewed a UK artist recently, King Fast. Go check out his music. He was saying that they have protests in UK that are protests based on what we're protesting in America at the time. Some of these protests. So I can guarantee if they're protesting a thing in Chicago, we've seen it. Like the protest could spread. So you could it could have spread all out through the United States, a race war over a hoax, just because this guy thinks he should be getting more money from Empire. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan of his music. Like I like his music on Empire, but after this, good music or not, man, I wouldn't even pay this. I wouldn't give this guy no support. I ain't playing none of his music. I don't care about any movie he's in or anything like that nature. Like I might watch a movie because I think it's gonna be good, and he might just so happen to be it. But this idea that I'm gonna go watch a movie because Jussie Smollett's in it, or I'm rushing to go listen to Jussie Smollett's music, hell no, man. Hell to the no. He basically knew. He saw where the country was at the time, and he tried to prey on that. You know what I'm saying? He tried to use that to his advantage, and it didn't work. And also, it's going to make it worse for any real incidents going forward. And that's the problem with the court of a public opinion. There is no innocent until proven guilty in the court of public opinion. It's and sometimes it's not really innocent until proven guilty in the judicial system either. In the court systems, sometimes they already have their minds made up as well. Without the proper evidence. Because that's the thing. Witness statements aren't always the best, because sometimes you got the suspect or the person that committed the crime sometimes gives a witness statement, and it might be like some white dude who commits the crime and says, oh, a black dude did it, or a black dude commits the crime and might say, oh yeah, I saw a white dude running. You know what I'm saying? That's happened a lot, where the person who's committed a crime actually was a person who had a witness statement, and they just said somebody the opposite race. So they might, black dude might say Hispanic, or Hispanic might say black, or white might say Hispanic. That happens all the time. And in the criminal world, it's not even really technically, if we're going off of the no snitching, it's not really like they're criminals. They don't follow rules. So there's really no rules to criminals trying to get off of crimes. There's no, rules of engagement like in the army and stuff, which I think is the dumbest thing in the world. Like rules of engagement at war. I can tell you right now, the enemy isn't going into it with rules of engagement. They're just going in, kill or be killed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Jussie Smollett, he definitely ruined his career. He should have just kept acting, kept making music, not try to prey on a divided America right now and try to divide it right now even more. And I don't even know if we've ever been in the United States of America, because each state has its own agenda. Every city has its own agenda. Every town has its own agenda. None of these agendas really align totally perfectly across the board. They don't. There's always, certain towns that just might have it. One thing might be more of their agenda than others. And this other town might have one thing that this other town isn't really putting on the agenda. The other town might make it their number one agenda. So Yeah, we're not really totally the United States of America because there's so many different agendas from state to state, city to city, town to town, county to county, and whatnot. Thank you for tuning in. Paul Pickett Podcasts, and I'm out.